It's that time. It's Monday. We're live. We're in Clearwater, and we got a guest. Jeff Smith is in the house. Woo! Good day, everyone, and welcome to Car Stereo Talk. I'm your host, Dean, over in the corner, hiding from everyone. There's Fernando right there. He is here. He is going to be, monitoring things, and God only knows what else he does. I think he just uses this as an excuse to take a nap.
That's it.
We have Jeff in. Jeff, it's been a while since you've been on the show.
Yeah, man, it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. You are one of our most requested people to be on the show.
That's good.
I think Mary Lou beat you, though.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Anyways, it's great to have you back. We got you in today because you now work for MSC,
Yes.
which is the
North American partner for Audiotech Fisher.
Boom. There we go. It's a really good way to say that. Yeah. Which means today we're going to learn about the new software for Helix / Brax / Match.
Everything.
Yeah.
Universal software for everything DSP from Audiotech Fisher.
So it's pretty exciting to do that because this is the one software I struggle with. So it's always nice to.
And it's always so comical to me when you go I'm just like.
It's because it does it.
It's because you'd use 50,000 softwares a week.
Yes, and yours just doesn't tick. It's like there's
one piece missing. There's one piece, and once you get that piece, once you put that square peg in that round hole, it will all make sense.
I just wish there was a really small block. The ugly thing that everybody hates, where it's just like here's a
use this, do that.
Just like here's just like all one screen, starting point, connect the dots, and done. The thing that everybody hates. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah. So, what am I going to do? It's just what it is. But we're going to learn a lot today about that. But before we get into that, same new. It's always the same. Before we get into that, we're going to head over to the Facebook page, the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club, where Fernando scours. I could have swore I just did all this. Scours the page to find a nice clean wiring job. Who do we have today, Fernando?
Just Marty.
Is this Marty?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Marty Adams Jack.
Marty Adams.
Oh, Adams Jack.
Yeah.
Canadians.
Nice.
That's right. He told me about this system. It's a pretty big system that they put in this car. And this is brought to you by DNF Tool Drawer, home of the IRTA2 in all its glory.
You can shop now.
You can shop now.
How's the what's the ruler called?
Oh, the clean wire ruler.
Yeah. How's that doing?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have my black one.
Yeah, you got the only.
You are the only one.
You got
Nobody
the only
has
black
that.
one.
Yeah. Nobody has that one.
Yeah, so we make a new one every year for the Master Tech.
Mm-hmm.
And this year's was so they're utterly useless because this was this year's.
That's Marty Dean right there. What's up, Marty?
And it's
oh wow, this would drive me
absolutely
crazy.
Yeah.
Can't even see anything.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's the one thing about my black one.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that you can't see through it, number one.
Yeah.
But then number two, I'm like, I've learned how to use it, so I'm like good with it, right?
Yeah.
But this would drive me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's cool though.
Yeah.
But that would drive me crazy.
And there again, we make them just so that they're like the first year was purple, the second year was this ugly blue. We made this blue one here.
I never saw that one.
Yeah, it's like MSC blue.
Oh, okay.
And that one was totally. And we tell. Look, these are just hang them up on the wall.
Yeah.
Don't try to use these because they're terrible, Marty. But yeah, no, we still sell quite a few of them. It's fantastic.
I know someone, bro.
I want a black one.
That's what she says.
Yeah. Yeah. Call tomorrow. Hey, Nando Lopez. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, listen. So we're going to spend all the time. Jeff's going to show us the software. That's what this show is going to be about. If this doesn't interest you, I want to apologize. Normally, we try to do them on another Monday night. Worked out the best for us. Sponsor wise, I'd like to thank all our normal sponsors. We're not going to have them drop up. Arc Audio, Audio Control, Moscone Gladen, Focal.
Love those guys.
Yes, fantastic. So if we don't get your normal questions, definitely tune into Instagram. This week we will not be here Friday or Saturday to do the show, so the next show will be next Monday. We will be here Wednesday though, because we have Matthew Palumbo coming in to talk about audio control. So, yeah, okay. Let's drop over into the computer.
All right.
And we're just going to get started because I want to get. Oh, that was cool. I just want to hit as much. Oh my God, Dean, what are you doing?
Yeah, sorry guys. This is the first
Dean,
time.
this is my first day with this new cam.
First day.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to try to get as much into this as we can. So
everyone knows where to find it, right? You go to Tools from the Audio Tech Fisher website, and you select PC Tool, DSP PC Tool, and then there's all the different versions that are there. So many people have said, why are there so many different versions? Well, it's because we keep older versions on for some of the software that can't be updated, right? So any of the older, like Up7s, the first gen P6, they're still on PC Tool 4.
Right.
So PC Tool has to stay around for those people to use that. Of course, PC Tool 5 is what everyone's used up until this point. And now PC Tool 6 being a new hotness, when you go to it, it's everything.
Easy there, Will.
It's everything that, everyone needs to know about PC Tool 6. So it's just the newest progression of the software with all the new things that Audio Tech Fisher is coming out with as far as advancement to the new amplifier, new chipsets, new features, and everything else. So the very first unit that was built to work with PC Tool 6 was the new V8 Ultimate.
Okay.
You guys have done V8s before.
Yes.
But totally different amplifier from before.
This is the ultimate.
The
ultimate amplifier experience.
The ultimate V8 experience.
There you go.
Yeah, because there's a P6 Ultimate. There's a P6 Ultimate.
There's a P6 Ultimate too?
There's a P6 Ultimate. It came first.
Okay.
Now there's a V8 Ultimate. And even though they're not the same Ultimate, but they're still way better than their predecessors.
So is the Ultimate basically their V2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they're just anything that has an Ultimate on the end, or is it?
No, that's just this point.
Yeah.
Those two guys.
Okay.
Because those guys were powerhouses in their own right.
Yes.
But the P6 is the largest 6-channel power, and it also is the DSP Ultra inside the 6-channel.
Yeah, because that one will do
6
two
channels. They all do two. All the Helix amps will do two.
Now the new ones.
All the Helix amps have always done.
Oh no, I'm sorry, bridge. The P6 you can bridge.
No,
you still can't bridge.
None of those can bridge. Only the non DSPs can bridge.
Oh.
C4s, Brax, all that other stuff.
No, I thought those.
No.
Okay.
So that was a little bit of confusion because misinformation that came through the pipeline. Telephone, right? So yeah, can't bridge, but 4-ohm power went up 33% and 2-ohm power went up 66%. So the previous V8 was 75 by 8.
No, I know, I get it now because the software would be nowhere to do it because the software doesn't.
No software because the M's could bridge.
Well, that's what I was thinking. The M's could bridge.
Right, the M's could bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's a different.
Okay.
That's a different build. That's an amp with a DSP added to it inside of it.
Hey, listen, I have to get these questions too. Okay?
The previous one, power-wise,
one was 75 by 8, and then 120 at 2 ohms, or 160 max, right? Now the new one is 110 by 8 at 4 ohms, and then at 2 ohms, the last 4 channels can go up to 270 at 2 ohms on the backside.
Wow, that's a lot of power.
So yeah, big power.
Wow.
And it's a new Texas Instruments chipset that's super fast. So many new things that PC Tool 6 allows it to do. Like no more, we were hunting earlier for USB mini cable. No more. USB-C moving forward. Right? So USB-C makes it so much easier.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But also what's really cool, my computer went to sleep. Also what's really cool is that USB-C port also allows you to do, probably my favorite feature now is USB direct stream. So you can plug in from your phone and go directly into your amplifier.
In the same port?
Same port.
Huh?
Is that for tuning or for listening?
Could be both.
Okay.
Could be both.
So you can select USB-C as a source?
You can select digital input.
Okay. So you okay.
Let's jump into the software.
We'll circle back around to that.
You're
You're going. Come on, Jeff. You're a trainer. You're going left.
All right.
Let's take this by the numbers, okay?
All right. So when you start the software, of course, in demo mode, this is demo mode, it gives you the ability to select which DSP you want to use. The day that PC Tool 6 dropped, it was only capable to work with the Brax processors, the Ultra S, and the V8 Ultimate.
Okay.
Then another update came, they added more amplifiers. Then another update came and they added the rest of the standalone DSPs. So now the only units that are left to be added, which they're trying to get them all done before the end of this month, will be the other units. So it's going to be all your match amps,
right,
and all the predecessors that will still have the ability. So
okay.
like I was making a joke earlier about your Mini being
Yes.
able to work. So it still works. And we've updated that thing 3 or 4 times now because it has the ACO processor in it. So at the top of the page is where a lot of people don't know as well. This is to refresh your DSP screen. This screen here, the gears, allows you to go in and do resolution settings for your monitor. So sometimes if the software hangs over the screen, you can reduce the resolution. You can change your language if someone wants it in a different language, right?
Okay.
Let me go back here. You can change the connection point. So if you have a Bluetooth card, you can tell it you want to connect via USB or the Bluetooth card, or if someone still has one of the older Wi-Fi cards, they don't make those anymore, you can tell it how you want it to connect. So that way, if you tell it Bluetooth, it's never going to look for USB, and you can stream from your computer to it, or you can wirelessly tune the vehicle without ever hunting for USB. If you set it to Bluetooth, you just have to remember how that car is set up, because you have to switch back and forth if you go from one car to another car. Right?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I'm just going to use USB.
Right? Then you have all the short keys, right? All the quick keys to do all the different things. Then you have all the tuning files. Within the tuning files, you have your RTA. 10 minutes now is a 10-minute mono pink noise in the RTA. You have your input gain files, and you have your ATM automatic time measurement, your pulse tracks for automatic time. It's all built into the software, right? Then you have the website, and this is probably one of the biggest things, is the change log. The change log is extremely important because someone goes, well, what did they fix or what did they change every time a software update comes along? This helps you see exactly what was added every time there's an update.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's all. I'm a geek about that one because I always like to know what they changed.
Yes.
So I can go out and see exactly what it was. So let's go into the software. And which unit would you want to try?
Surprise me.
All
Something with 8 channels.
Let's go V8 Ultimate.
All right. There we go. Easy enough.
Here's the other thing about doing a demo in the software. You can tell it whether or not you want to add any of the extension cards as well.
Yeah,
so
complete demo.
Complete demo.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So this amplifier is a 12-channel input it's an 8-channel amplifier.
Right.
12 high-level input channels now.
Okay.
Right? So it used to only come with 8 high-level, and now we've gone up to 12 input channels. 14-channel DSP now.
Okay.
So 8 internal DSP channels and then 6 RCA outputs.
Okay.
Right? So you can build your system as you go.
Yep.
Sampling rate's 48K, and you can choose your, let's just choose the Bluetooth card and press start demo.
All right, before we jump into that, Aaron says, so can you update through the Bluetooth now or still only USB?
USB for updates. Bluetooth is only for audio streaming and wireless connectivity to a laptop. Windows machines. Sorry.
I mean, hey, look,
Windows
you know,
you don't
you
matter,
guys
right?
like
You
the
don't matter.
inferior laptops. That's their thing.
So the biggest thing about PC Tool 6 is that the layout has changed because they do it in a workflow. Because you need to start with your inputs first and foremost.
Correct.
Right? So you're going to start here with the input screen.
Okay.
This is going to tell you on this particular unit, you're going to have 12 input channels.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. So let's just say this is a
Let's do a 8-channel. So
8-channel high level input.
Let's do like a GMC
With
center,
bows.
GMC with bows, center, middler, mid bass, rear, and sub.
Okay, watch this. So
Okay.
it's already set up. It says front left full, front right full, blah blah blah. But we need to tell it specifically how we're going to do this. So you double click it. Oh no, that's over here. Sorry. You're going to come over to signal management. You're going to double click this, and you're going to say that input is front left high, front right high,
I know. I feel like there should be music playing right
front
now.
left mid, front right mid.
No, you right clicking or double clicking?
Double left clicking.
Okay.
Double left clicking. Front left low.
Is that which one are we on?
6.
Okay.
Front right low.
Shouldn't that be rear?
No, because you got 6 channels in the front. Tweeter, mid bass,
Well,
mid bass.
GM only has a mid and a mid.
No, but I
bass.
mean, we're going 3 ways in here.
Right, but the input from the factory stereo.
So let's call it a Sierra. Now it's got tweeters.
Oh, Jesus
All right,
Christ.
so now it's a Sierra.
all right, so now we're going to
All right, now it's a
Sierra.
Sierra.
Okay,
It's
All
a
right.
Sierra.
fine.
So we're going to make 7 center.
Yeah.
C for center. Front center full.
Okay.
All right. Then we're going to do our rears. Right rear, left rear full. Right rear full.
See you, Lewis.
Bye, Lewis.
And then your subwoofer.
Yeah.
Is it single voice coil or dual voice coil from factory?
Dual.
Dual.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to call it subwoofer 1.
Yep.
And since it's the exact same subwoofer,
Yeah.
but 2 coils,
Yeah.
right? We're going to call it subwoofer 1 again. Right?
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. You have to this is different. That's the output thing. So we're going to call it subwoofer 1 and 2.
Okay.
All right? That's an output thing. Subwoofer 1 and 2. All right. So we come back to our inputs. Now you can, if you need to go in and use the input signal analyzer, now we can go into this screen, input, and we have the ability to drop into the analyzer whichever channel we want to run through the system to look at the factory signal.
Right.
So you have the tweeter. Now you can put both tweeters in. Once you do that, when you have, it takes 2 channels for you to look at time differences, all pass differences, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing a single channel, you're going to drop it into the signal. So it's going to go in from the amplifier out through the perfect stream. So that's going to be your USB-C port back into your computer. Okay, so that's your loop back.
Okay.
All right.
So say that one more time.
So what's happening here is when you're doing the advanced input signalizer.
Yeah, we're going to. So basically, this is when we're going to try
DEQ
to DEQ
the factory system.
Yeah. So
in order to DEQ the factory system, those files that start in the beginning, you have to use the pink noise, the mono pink noise track in order to run back through.
Okay.
All right. So it's mono pink noise so that it can compare it against the 0 mark, which is here.
So we're going to play that in our factory radio?
You're going to play it through your factory radio.
Into the amplifier.
Out of the high-level inputs into the amplifier.
Okay, so we're going to come out of, let's say, channels 13.
All the channels.
All the channels.
All the channels. Your pink noise is, your USB is plugged into your car.
Oh.
Or your Bluetoothing to your, however you need to play music from your car.
Okay, right. So we're coming out of...
You're going to put those files on a USB.
Yes.
When you buy the AMI kit we were talking about earlier, it comes with everything on a USB.
Okay, so and then we're going to plug that into the car.
Plug into the car.
Okay.
So that mono pink noise is playing in the vehicle.
Yes.
Now it's going to compare what's physically coming out of the car against this flat.
Okay, so reality is I'm not doing any extra steps. It's just I just have to play pink noise, and it's going to analyze the pink noise.
Exactly.
So just
it's going to analyze the output of the system.
So just like a key, where it plays pink noise, and it's going to analyze it.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's all. I was just clarifying that.
So once you drop a channel into the signal analyzer, you're going to start the signal analyzer. And like, this is just an example because it's using a microphone on my machine. So you see how much signal is coming into the green bar moving at the top,
Right.
how much signal is coming in from your system.
But this is just an electrical measurement.
This is your electrical measurement in order to
coming
flatten
from
out.
the radio.
Okay.
Correct. In order to flatten out the factory signal.
Perfect.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you pick and choose how many bands. Here's the biggest change for a lot of people is that the previous PC Tool 5 only had 7 bands of EQ on every input. Now you have 15 bands of EQ on every input.
Mm-hmm.
So we just use 12 inputs, 12 times 15.
Yeah.
A lot, right?
Yeah.
So there's a ton of input equalization. So in order to use this, you select how many bands you want to use. You can use all 15 if you want, or you can use just 1, 2, 3, however you want to do it. They automatically leave one band unassigned here where it says use band because they leave that band there in case you want to go back and you need to add an all pass filter later.
Or a delay.
Or no, delays don't affect this. That's not an EQ band.
Okay.
Right? So you set up how many bands you want to use. You set your tune from target from 20 hertz to whatever this is here. And you see when you move your cursor in the screen, it tells you what frequency, what the gain is, what the phase is, everything when you have the cursor on the screen. And it will let you know your factory crossover points here on this side. If you had real-time music playing from the vehicle, it would tell you what the slope is, what the frequency is, and everything in the vehicle.
Okay.
Coming from the vehicle.
Nice.
And then you would just go tune EQ, and then that green line is going to be the inverse of what needs to happen to flatten it out. And then you would go set EQ, and you see this is what it needs to do in order to adjust that signal to max flat.
Okay.
It didn't do it here because there's no real.
Yeah,
Right,
of course.
right.
Yeah.
But that's exactly how fast it is in order to DEQ one channel. So when
Okay.
you get into the habit of it, literally each channel should take you at least 30 seconds to 1 minute to DEQ.
Correct.
Right.
And then you can compare 2 channels for
correct.
the all pass
So let's
filter.
set this back. Let's go back to reset. Well, hold on 2 seconds.
Okay.
So let's just say we drop this right channel in on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that now there's a difference between those 2 channels. And you go, well, it's a difference because you see there's an all pass filter, right? You see big, huge, crazy dip.
Yep.
And you've already used all of your channels. So now there's a new feature called Optimize EQ. So you can come back and click Optimize EQ. This is your EQ curve that you want.
Yep.
And you can tell that the max amount of bands you want to use now is 10. Now you apply those changes, it's going to make that same EQ curve work, but with only using 10 bands. Now it just gave you back apply changes and press close. Now you have 5 bands back here to use again for all pass or whatever else you want to use. But it still kept that exact same curve you were using before,
Right.
but it alleviated some of the bands so you can have more bands for all pass or whatever else you want to use.
Very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
So we were asking earlier about stacking channels, right?
Yeah.
It takes 2 channels in order to see delay or to see all pass filters, right? So if you're going to be signal summing, you can see exactly what that would look like. So if you were going to use a tweeter and a mid-range in the same signal, you would put them both in the analyzer to see what their phase or frequency response relationship to each other would be, right? Then you would see to make sure that it's going to be a smooth on the output side.
Is anybody still doing that?
Yeah, you'd be surprised because there's some cars that you still need to have. You're not doing it externally; you're doing it all inside the unit.
Why? You have 14 channels.
You'd be surprised because
No, I wouldn't.
some guys get into a
I
car.
would not be surprised.
Some guys get into a car and they need 12 channels, but they only have a 6-channel amplifier. Right? They should have had more input channels. So they're just.
So we're trying to fix stupid.
We're trying to fix stupid.
Okay, I was gonna say because it's just wrong.
Yeah, it's just wrong. But you have to figure a way out.
Yeah, sell a better product. Okay,
So
moving on.
So the other thing is that you can actually
Hi, Mary
create.
Lou.
You can create memories, right? So you can actually go in and right-click memory 1, and you can take a screenshot of that front left channel. Now you can take away that tweeter, drop in the other tweeter, and you can come in and right-click this memory, and now you can take a screenshot of that. Now you can stop the analyzer, and you can go in and you could look at the differences between those 2 channels if you need to show a before and after.
Okay.
What it looked like before you tuned it versus after you tuned it. Things like that as well.
So there again, if you're putting in an aftermarket radio,
none of this even matters.
Or you're doing an amp pro or any of that, this is only necessary
if you're DEQing a system.
If you're hooking up where there is no option for a clean output.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, no, because the factory head unit is you could still be doing an amp pro or a Zen or something like that.
Yeah,
so
if you're using a high level outs.
Right, it's no amp pro, it's no interface for that.
All right,
yeah.
So we have we've touched on some of the cool featurettes that we have now for and the ease of use compared to last time where you had to go through hit that gear thing up so this is definitely way more thought out.
Correct. Instead of having to go to the gear, everything's laid out a little bit easier now. So the one thing you didn't see is up at the top here.
Yep.
This is where your time alignment is now. So all of the channels are down here now.
Okay.
So
these are still the input.
These are still input from the factory system.
Okay.
So when you have multiple, so time typically you're going to see it from front to rear more than you see it from left to right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you have the left front mid and then the left rear full range driver, and then you see that time difference between the two. So you have input 8 and then input 4 or 3. Then you can come in here and grab input 3 and apply up to 5.9 milliseconds of delay.
Now you have to wing it on this part.
There's a guide, because if you see here in the upper left-hand corner,
right.
It says estimated delay difference.
Okay.
So it gives you what it thinks is the estimated delay.
You just have to put the number in.
So you literally can go in and click this bar here and press enter when it's live, and it'll drop that 9.0.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll move it in there for you. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
And then it has dynamic built into it as well?
DLC, yes. So DLC is the ability, you have to, wait a minute, I may not do it because it's not, you have to come in here, dynamic loudness control.
I was going to say you're missing the
right?
tab.
And you have to enable it, right? Once we enable it, now we can set, if the vehicle has a loudness curve,
mm-hmm.
we can set the system up to do the exact inverse
mm-hmm.
to take away that factory loudness curve, right? So you have a low level trigger, a high level trigger for bass, and a low and high level trigger for the high end. And then you also have that frequency that you want to use it for. So let's just say, at Bose, you turn the volume down, the bass ramps up,
mm-hmm.
right? You start driving, the bass rolls down. So once you see where this is your zero volume, when you see that when the music's playing, you can see it a little bit differently.
Right.
Let's just say we want to make this that 50 hertz, negative 50 dB threshold. And when it triggers, we want it to take away 100 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
So when it reaches 50 hertz, then it will actually start that trigger. On the high side of things, it's going to automatically roll the bass down. So once it reaches negative 10, we can make it boost the bass back up. And the same thing with the treble. So you can totally make the factory bass roll off or high end roll off completely go away. And this measurement window here will actually show you as the signal changes as you turn the volume up.
Now, can we add it?
On the output side, you want to add it?
Yeah.
Yes, that's called RLC, right? Well,
so we're not there yet.
No.
Okay.
So RLC, you can do RTC, remote tone controls. You can do it on both sides. You can do it from one of the remotes, or you can do dynamic from triggering from one of the analog inputs.
Okay.
So you can do it on input side, or you can do it on the output side.
So I can just turn the volume up and it can add a loudness curve to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. What am I missing here? What was the last one?
Gain configuration.
Before you go. So these were perfect for match?
Not yet.
No, not until match amps are added in.
So this is coming for match? It's just
Yes.
not available for match
Yes.
yet?
By the end of July, they should have the rest of the match amps added. That's the goal.
And then you will be all set.
But he has a F-150 with the forescan flash anyway, so it's flat.
Yeah, it's already flat, so you don't even need to worry
good
about
go.
this.
Yeah. So how many do-it-yourselfers have a scope? Not many, and not many. If they do, most of them don't know how to use it.
What do you need a scope for?
So you can see if your input signal is clipping.
Oh my God.
Right? So you have an input scope built into the unit itself here. So if you're using the standard input scope and you turn the volume up on your system, this little sine wave here,
Yep.
It'll go from green to a red square click
Okay.
wave.
Okay.
Right.
If that's
Yeah.
happening,
Okay.
and then you tell it you're coming in RCA, you're coming in high level, and you could adjust the input voltage for your amplifier or DSP.
Now, is that all
here.
channels?
Right here, standard is all channels.
Okay.
You go to advanced, and you go into here. Now you can do every channel individually.
You can pick any channel.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, so this is our input level control.
Correct. Input
Okay.
level control, and you can adjust it anywhere from 16 volts all the way down to 4 volts if you're using high
What's
level.
default?
Default when you fire it up
Yeah.
is, let me close this, go back, 16.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So you can totally go in and adjust as many channels as you want.
So, quick question: is there a setting that tells it that we're doing high level versus low level?
Yeah, this right here, input selection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
No problem.
Okay. Shouldn't that be at the beginning?
It's on the first page before you go to advance.
Okay.
Here.
No, I mean, shouldn't that be in the beginning where the first step telling whether you're doing RCA or high level?
Yeah, right here you're doing. If it was RCA, it would only be 6 inputs, but there's 12 here. Right?
Gotcha.
So there's 12.
I think I missed something. Okay.
So hold on. So analog input
Yes.
can be RCA,
Right.
which should be flat, it's aftermarket
Correct.
radio, and it's also high level.
Yes.
When you need to adjust the gain of that signal, you're in the input gain here, standard. It's asking you high level or RCA, so you could adjust this. There's no DEQing for.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is shouldn't this have been first? Like if you plug in an RCA's versus high level, you need to go do this first, correct? Like when I'm setting up my input front rear sub, and it's set for 16 volts,
you haven't told the amplifier how you're using it yet. You're just checking the input signal first.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you've done this, then you can tell it I want to use it this way.
Okay.
Right. So once you've done all this and you figured out that you're not clipping the signal,
right?
You are using high level versus RCA. Now you're going to say this is how I want to use it.
Okay.
Right. So now you tell it, all right, front left full. If you're going to do virtual.
Yes.
And if we want to do signal summing, which we don't want to do.
No.
Right. So if you wanted to do signal summing, you would stack up the blocks
that we've already fixed.
Right. That you've already fixed.
Okay.
And here's another really cool thing. Sometimes you have more signal on the mid bass than you do on the tweeter. You can actually go in and adjust the percentage of input signal, right? Which you can totally look at all this live
through the loop back.
When you're in this screen, right? You can look at the percentage of what you need to do in order to go over and make your signal.
Because you can control it there.
You can control it here by double clicking this, and this comes up. So if you have an input out of phase, you can flip it out of phase here, and you can see it real time in the adjustment screen, right?
Now, if I went through and I set up those numbers there, does that carry it over to the next page?
For the percentages?
Yes.
No, because we don't know if you really want to do it yet or not.
Okay, so I just need to remember. I need to write them down.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
So take notes.
So
okay.
It always equals 100%.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So it's 33, 33, 33, or 50 and 50, or it's 25, 25, 25.
Okay.
When you bring in 4. So
gotcha.
you could bring in up to, I'm just going to drop this in here just in case. You could bring up to 4 into it. The same thing on the input signal. If you need to see how the front left tweeter, front left mid bass, rear, and the center are all going to work electrically together, you can drop them all into the same line, and you can see how that electrical response works across the board.
Okay.
Right?
All right. So now for the fun part.
Virtual channels?
Well, always. I mean, who would not do virtual channels?
So on the input side, you have all this we've kind of talked about before. You have your standard RCA or high-level LIN.
Yeah, we're doing
your HEC or aux, your digital, which on the V8 Ultimate is going to be Toslink optical input.
Okay.
Right? If you go to like a standalone DSP, they have coax and Toslink input.
Okay.
Right? So that could be either one of those on digital. Then you have your USB input, which is going to be your perfect stream, right? USB-C input. Then you have your digital routing, because if it has a pass-through, you can have a digital output pass-through. And then you have your virtual, right?
Okay.
So this is the new hotness, though.
Yes.
Source configuration.
Okay.
Right? Source configuration is you can tell it I want it to switch input signals according to how they're being seen. So if I'm on high level input and I connect my Astel and Kern or I connect my phone or whatever else, you can have it auto sense that on the digital input, and you can tell it at what signal strength you want it to switch and how long you want it to hold that source on while there's music there. So let's just say I plug in my digital media player, my phone or my Astel and Kern,
right,
and I'm playing music from that.
Right.
And let's just say it pauses or it stops. Mm-hmm. After 8 seconds here, I can adjust this. Let's take it down to 5. 5 is like my go-to. After 5 seconds of there being nothing on that source, it will automatically switch back over to the high-level input.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Or if I set the digital to priority, which by here you can move these guys around and tell it which source is priority. If I'm listening to my AM/FM radio and then I plug in my phone, it sees a phone, it'll automatically switch from that over to digital because digital has priority. Okay?
Makes sense.
You can do the same thing if you have a radar detector and you're coming in on high level inputs and your radar detector voice is playing, you can have it switch over to that as well.
Okay.
Now here's a killer that I think you would probably like is you can set it to setup switch. Setup switch is when you switch sources. When I go from AM/FM radio to digital, you can have it change presets.
Yeah.
So you can have a preset for satellite radio, a preset for factory radio, and a preset for a digital input source.
How would it know that you switched from FM to satellite?
Because you're having... That's technically the same low-level source.
Yeah.
But let's say from an analog source to a digital source.
Okay.
Or,
yeah.
Right? Or if you're going to go USB from your phone or USB from a different device.
Yeah.
Right? So you can have it switch presets now as well. Where before you had to physically switch the preset in order for that to come in.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Now
so
the newest thing is going to be called crossfade. So crossfade can bring into one and then go out of the other. So like if your radar detector comes in, you can have it simply just go, slow down, here's the cops, right? Or whatever the voice is from Escort, right?
Right.
You can have whatever that red light camera detector or whatever it is. That is, you can have it like crossfade, like on a mixer. You can have it slowly bring that in and then take it away without changing sources and without completely muting the other as well.
So it's kind of like an attenuation.
No, so it's kind of like when you get a text in CarPlay.
Notification.
Right. Yeah, it's a notification.
Just like that.
Yeah, just equally as annoying, I'm sure. Because that just pisses me off to know when.
So
that's a great feature. That's a great feature.
So also knowing how to move your inputs around for whichever you want to be priority, that's a big deal also.
Right. So that's cool. That there again, lots of salt and pepper. How do we get the signal through to? Let's go back to the signal input.
Routing.
And let's go to routing. So this is the page we want to be on for routing.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already set.
So once you know your output scenario,
okay,
right. So this is a V8. So what do you want it to be?
What was the first page we were on? The previous routing or that?
Oh,
no.
We were here.
Okay,
and we were main.
So we don't have to do anything here.
So yes, depending upon how you want this to be. So do you want it to be channel for channel?
Yeah.
Or do you want it to be any signal summing?
No, it's just going to be system. Yeah, it's going to be channel for channel.
Okay, so if it's going to be channel for channel, so you're going to go in and you're going to take. Let's fix these guys because let's do this the right way.
Please.
Take away all this. Okay, so now your front left tweeter is going to come into your front left full.
Now we just leave those front left full, right?
Yeah, you don't have to change these guys.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
But this is where, even though you have enough channels to do this, you can bring that. No, because you said it's a two. Well, we switched over to a Sierra.
Yeah.
Right? Switch over to a Sierra. Right? So if you want to go channel for channel at that point, because now we're 8 channels out.
Yeah, we'll just put in a subamp.
We'll put in a subamp.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, simple enough.
So we can go mid and tweet in here, right, to be front left full. and I'm going to show you why this is important.
Okay.
Then you bring your mid bass in here to create a full range signal. On the output side, you can still have these individual channels.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be your tweeter. But remember, this is where we talked about before on the show. Virtual channels gives you that ability to go in and do your global EQ for that side of the car.
Correct.
So if you were to go in and break these back down to high, mid, low, you lose global capability at that point.
Right.
So you lose that capability. So that's why you can go in and set your tweeters, mid bass, make your three-way set the way you want it to on the output side, and you have the ability to still use your global EQ, right? Along with your channel EQ for either side. So the other part of this that's new for 6.0, all the FX stays the same on the virtual channels. Your bass augmentation, which is going to stop your bass roll off, right? You have the ability to set it up to, once you enable it, you can set it to a specific frequency if you've already known what it is.
Now, if we fix this in the beginning with the dynamic, do we need to worry about this?
So this is dynamic bass enhancement.
Okay.
So you can literally make it bring the bass up.
So this would be if we decided not to do loudness correction.
So the loudness correction can be a big global thing.
Yeah.
Or if you want a specific bump at a point,
right,
you can set that up to do that.
Okay.
So if you know your mid-bass crossover or your subwoofer has a drop in it at one particular point, you can go in and set up the dynamic bass enhancement in order to bring that back. What is the feature you like in that super bass?
Yeah.
You can use this like super bass.
Okay.
Right? But you can go in and tune it specifically to a frequency, or you can have it automatically go in and look at the music in order to boost that back up. And then you can adjust the amount of boost you wanted to do as well.
Okay.
Right? Sub expander is going to be your subsonic reproduction of music. 80 hertz tone reproduces at 40, 100 hertz tone reproduces at 50, so forth and so on, to bring the bass back into the audio path, right? To recreate that lost bass. So,
are you trying to get me to say epicenter so you don't have to?
I would have said it. I'm not. Everyone knows what epicenter is, right?
Yeah,
but that's
and there's no more patent on it,
the
so
sub
okay.
expander.
Anyone can
right?
say it now.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to come out with an epicenter of my own.
Hey, when the show ends, I want to tell you a funny epicenter joke.
Okay.
All right. Then, of course, outputs pretty much stays the same. Equalization, they just did a new update. The 6.104 optimized the screen for your time alignment screen. It going back into this, you now have the EQ optimization as well. So on your output EQ.
Okay.
So even though you have 30 bands, oh man, what you call it? Can you grab my power supply out of my bag? Even though you have 30 bands of equalization, you have the ability to go in and
free up some
optimize.
bands.
Yeah, free up some bands in order to not have to use all 30 bands to make your unit work, to make your EQ do the job that you want it to do. What do we do? Oh, what do we do?
We hit something.
We hit something.
Down. You fade to black.
Fade to black.
You faded it to black.
All right, we're back.
Okay. All right, so hang on. All right, let me go back to this. Okay, so question. All right, we have this EQ, but we also have virtual EQ.
Correct. This EQ is
yes.
every speaker individually.
Okay.
30 bands that
right.
can be graphic, parametric, high shelf, low shelf.
Yeah, all the goodies.
Whatever you want.
Yep.
Right? Virtual becomes your global EQ for an entire side of the vehicle. So you can have front left global, front right global, rear left global, rear right global, and subwoofer. Right?
Now, if I just click all the red boxes on the left-hand side, if I click box 1, 3, and 5, that's basically global left.
Correct. You could do that, but at that point in time, when you go, this is what you're saying.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You would be, yeah, you could use it that way
So
if you want to do global that way, but it's already there's some advantages
Okay.
when you
Explain.
come over to virtual and
Yep.
you do this, right?
Yep.
So you can have
Do I need to click any of those boxes up top?
these. Well, you're
Yeah.
on front
No, no.
left right now.
Okay.
These boxes.
Well, yeah. What are those?
No.
That's just a
No,
picture.
this is just telling you that the
Gotcha.
front left OEM input, the front left mid input, and the front left low input,
Yep.
are feeding the virtual channel.
Okay.
Okay.
And then that virtual channel is feeding the outputs that are going to your
Okay. So it's
those
showing me
channels.
what's happening up front.
It's
left.
showing you where it's happening,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So it knows whatever you do here is affecting all those channels,
Okay.
right? So let's just say you go in and tune every channel individually to
Yep.
meet your target curve or whatever
Yeah.
you want, and then you just want to come back and put a little salt and pepper in the mix.
Yep.
You can do it in this for that entire side of the car, or you can link these guys together and do the entire front of the car. Add that salt and pepper to the two.
Okay.
Here's a little cheat if you need a little cheat. You have a delay on all the channels if you want. You can delay the entire left side, both left sides at the same time if you want. When you do it in virtual channels, you can delay 6 channels or 3 channels at the same time.
So
Other than
it's-
going in and checking all the boxes to put them
Yes.
in groups,
Yes.
you can do it a lot easier and faster here
Okay.
if you just want to test
So-
something.
Virtual channels is essentially pre-grouping a lot of stuff together.
Yes, it's basically like what we did previously. When you had an EQT,
Mhm.
it EQ'd the
Whoa,
entire
whoa,
left
you're,
channel.
You're going way too far back. You're going way too far back. Reel it back in.
All right,
Chief.
so let's say Paul sold a Clarion 7-band.
Oh, geez. that's a global EQ. No, I get it. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that instead of on the regular EQ page, you're ticking all the boxes. This is saving you from having to do that.
Correct. This is saving you from having to do all that stuff. Now, a lot of times when guys go, man, my customer came in and my customer wants a little bit more output,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can tell them, hey, go into virtual channels because here on my output tab, I have my channel gain,
Yep.
right, from -30 all the way up to +5.
Mm-hmm.
Customer wants a little bit more, go into virtual. Guess what? You got a little bit more gain to give them,
Mm-hmm.
output gain.
Right, and that'll do all the channels.
And that'll do all those channels at once.
Right.
Right. So you have the ability to do a little couple tricks in the back pocket if you want to be able to go in and add a few things. Right. So I tell a lot of guys, if they're not really good with EQing, work in virtual because you can EQ the entire side of the car at one time if they're not good or they don't want to put the time
it's just
into-
like if you have a radio, one big global
Exactly.
EQ. So you can do
Right.
your
You
flying
got a Kenwood
key.
with your yes.
Yeah,
You got the Kenwood with
Just go to your
15
Kenwood
bands.
jazz set and just
Yep,
woo,
exactly.
Yeah, and everything's
Exactly.
great.
Big
just like
preset,
that.
right?
Yep. And you can make an adjustment
Now what if
anything you want, and you can bypass it easily to put it back to factory and toggle back and forth to see if you like it.
so we talked about the DEQ portion of it.
Mhm.
What about the auto EQ portion of it?
Auto EQ portion of it is going to happen in the RTA side of things. Now, this is where you get into the acoustical side of the measurements, right?
Okay.
So within this screen here, you can set your resolution. First of all, you're going to use a USB mic, whichever brand of mic you want to use. We
Okay.
have the brand new AMI tuning kit,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
That works at 0 degrees or 90 degrees facing forward.
Okay.
It's a new high-res mic as well. It can read up to 96 kilohertz, so it has ability to tune above and beyond. It's a new element over the older MTK1 mic, so it's a way better unit. And the preamp is higher resolution as well.
But you can use any USB mic.
You can use anywhere that be Mini DSP, UMIC 1, Dayton Audio,
Yeah. Okay.
Earthworks.
So that's and that
as long as it has a calibration file.
Okay.
So you can load the calibration file to the DSP software, and it knows how to correspond the acoustical reading versus what it's going to see in the software.
And you're going to plug it into
Your computer
Okay.
or your AM, depending upon what that mic needs,
Okay.
right? So if it needs a preamp,
Mhm.
we sell a preamp, or it may come with the preamp. Because if not, you can just plug it right into.
So if you have a USB-C mic, you just plug it into the
plug
laptop,
it right into the laptop.
put it into the car.
Yep, and be good to go. And make sure you just load your calibration file.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to load your calibration file here in extended settings. So it's going to ask you your target curve, right? If this is the preset Audio Tech Fisher daily curve, got a lot of bass in it, right? For your average everyday guys, you got a sound quality curve, right? And then you can go in and adjust this as much as you
I was
want.
going to say I can change that just by
You
simply
could totally,
dragging up and down.
you can totally make this whatever you want and make it, the 5-star house curve, and then you press save reference curve and you call it whatever you want, and that becomes the house curve that you
Where
use.
does the Donkey Kong guy run across?
Oh, Mario, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So this is really cool. So a lot of guys don't know you can adjust the resolution of the RTA anywhere from 1/3 octave up to 1/24 octave. That's super minute.
Yeah, that's where you get a headache.
You can adjust your resolution from plus or minus 25. Right, it's only going to look 25 dB up and down.
Okay,
nice. I try to live in plus 25 to minus 50 because we have the ability to cut up to 30 dB if we need to.
Yeah, that's nice.
Right, and only boosts up to 6 dB. So you have that ability to adjust your screen resolution.
So, pause.
Yep.
Going back to the EQ for a second, you don't have to switch there. So if I were to take out, let's say I have one frequency that's just losing its shit, and I take out, let's say, what is my maximum down point in the non-virtual EQ, the regular EQ?
30 dB.
So I can go 30 dB down. Okay.
And if you want more, go
I was going to say, I don't know why anybody would do that, but they're stackable.
Now you got 60 dB. Yeah,
okay.
They're totally stackable. Right?
Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
So tune EQ mode is what you were just asking about, the automatic tuning capability.
Yes.
So let's just say we're going to use the preset filters that are in here. Let's set the target curve back to the daily, right?
Yep.
So the grayed out in the back is your target curve, right? Your maximum boost in the automatic EQ is 6 dB from factory.
Right, and you can adjust it.
You can adjust that down to 3 or whatever you want it to be, right?
3 is good.
3 is good, right? Then you set it to channel filter by target. That means wherever your crossover point is, that's the only part of the target you need to be concerned about.
Yes.
So if we are on the outputs and we're on, let's unlink these guys, and we're only on the tweeter, and we come back to RTA and we hit applied channel target, it's only going to be the part of the target that's for the tweeter, right? And then when you start this analyzer, right?
So now that's going to play the stuff off of the thumb drive.
We're playing mono pink noise again off of the thumb drive. This is for your acoustical measurement with your microphone. And it's going to compare this red line, which is your actual acoustical data, against the target curve.
Okay.
And again, we have the ability to tell it how many bands we want to use. We have 30 bands of equalization.
Right.
Right.
So where is this EQ applying? Is this applying on
the output side?
Okay, but I'm saying it's not in virtual, it's in the standard EQ
It's in
side.
Standard because here we're using output.
Okay.
If we were using virtual, we would go here.
Oh, so you can use it in virtual.
You can use it in virtual as well.
Okay.
Right?
Nice.
So the automatic tuning process is extremely easy.
But if you do that, then that kind of ruins the joy of virtual.
No.
You've made all the corrections. Like if you wanted to hit a target curve, you do it in standard, and then you can still go back to virtual.
To add your salt and pepper.
Yes.
Exactly.
Lots of heartache going on here because
now with
salt.
With the new microphone,
low sodium salt.
It has to be stable, or you still have to move it.
The preferred method from Audio Tech Fisher is the waving mic method. And the purpose of that is to mimic a multi-mic setup.
Right.
You're taking a spatial average of the space around your head. Right. There are some guys that do stationary mic. There are some guys that do. I've seen over in the UK and the German guys that do a lot of Emma stuff. I've seen them do the waving mic around each ear because they're just taking samples around their ears. But the way that Audio Tech Fisher teaches is to do the waving mic within the 20 to 30 seconds so that it's taking a sample as many times as it can within that space of your head.
So if you're using the mic like this, you're going to... Okay.
Yeah, no, you want it vertical.
Yeah, I was going to say, so why have it do horizontal?
Vertical is because some people want to use it stationary.
Yes.
You don't have to move it.
Okay.
You don't have to move it. If you're not worried about, because think about how many times we used the acoustic or a audio control or whatever other RTA. There was It's just going to
Gotcha.
pinpoint that space a lot smaller.
Right.
Mhm.
So instead of us going football
Yeah.
space to EQ and to analyze, we're going tennis ball
Mhm.
space to analyze and EQ.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that's why it's
Just
like
making sure.
really important for Mel. Remote tunes are awesome. Haha, it's an inside joke. So there's a good, the opportunity for your customer to move around, and could be taller, could be shorter. That spatial average is just giving you a bigger window to make it sound better
You
in
just
that window.
measure the seat.
Yes. But even though you measure the seat, they could put somebody else in the car that's totally taller,
Right.
shorter than them.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
That's their problem. But
That's-
I'm
that's
just saying,
not-
yeah,
my
that's why
problem
the
is the
spatial average
driver.
thing is, right?
Okay. Okay.
All right. So same thing, just like on the input gain side, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went from tuning them all together and then tuning just one or input gain on a single channel.
So can we
solo mode?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we do one at a time, or can we do the whole thing? and
You
call
can
it a day?
do one at a time by right clicking and turning it green like this. The speaker
Okay.
turned green.
Yep.
That's called solo mode. So
Okay.
solo mode is going to mute every other speaker except for that speaker that you want to get an RTA measurement reading on.
Okay.
Right.
But we could do the whole system at once.
You could do virtual, and you could link all the guys together, and you could tune the entire car at one time.
You could do it on the other one too, though, right? But linking them
You
all
totally
together.
could, yeah.
Okay.
But since virtual's already grouped together, it's using the global EQ the way that.
Okay.
Yeah. So people, some guys,
Yeah.
depending upon how they do their time for tuning for a customer,
Yeah.
they automatically put in 1 hour of tuning
Yeah.
for DSP product once it's done, and they only tune in global
Yeah.
for the customer. They do the Magic Wave or they do the standalone, and then if the customer wants above and beyond that, that's when the customer would then pay for more intricate tuning into every individual channel.
Ah.
Yep. So the global will still allow you to go in and tune the entire car or the entire side, the way that they get things done within an hour if they want to do that.
Gotcha.
But this EQ works the exact same way. You choose the amount of bands you want to use,
Yep.
Mhm.
and then you choose your frequency range that you want to use, and you start your measurement. It's telling us here we want to use all of the channels in the virtual channel. You say yes, and now the white line is what's doing your calculation. You see your countdown is happening here. So
Mhm.
it's counting from 20 seconds down, and it's going to compare the red against the gray. All right? And
Right.
once that time is done, then the tune EQ function over here will turn blue to say that now the calculations have been done. Right? Now tune EQ is turned blue.
Okay.
Right? Now we go tune EQ, and that green line is what the inverse is between the actual target curve and where your acoustical measurement is.
Mm-hmm.
And you press set EQ, and what that just did was, we're going to come back here, that just totally applied all that equalization that was needed to all those channels.
Fantastic.
That fast.
Mhm.
That fast. Right?
Wow. All right, we got like a couple minutes left.
Okay, so let's go over some of these basics real quick. Some of the other upgrades is that, okay, every Audio Tech Fisher DSP has 10 presets built into it.
Okay.
Okay, so you work on someone's car, you don't know how many presets they actually have in the unit. Now when you do this drop down, you have these icons. So you can name all the different presets that are in there.
Okay.
Green means that's the EQ you're actively in.
Okay.
Yellow means there's a tune saved to that spot. Red means it's empty. So
Nice.
now you physically know what's going on. So you can go
And you can rename it?
Oh, you can totally
Okay,
rename them.
okay.
Totally rename them. You can go in here, and it's in demo mode, so it's
Right,
not going
right,
to do
right.
it. But yeah, you can totally go in and rename those,
Mhm.
so you know exactly what's going on in that customer's car before you even touch it.
Okay.
Okay. Then you have your notes page. We were talking about this earlier before the show.
Yeah.
So if you're
Do me a
working,
favor and shrink your screen down and kind of pull it down, because there's going to be where the timer on is on the screen. See how it's covering those things?
oh, okay, let me close
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Let me go.
But you can still see it because
No, I won't
can
see it
still
later.
see
I
okay.
just-
Yeah.
Trust me. Okay.
Like this?
There. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you want to go in and on your notes page here, and you can say 2025 RAV 4.
Aesthetic.
Right, and it's got Focal, Flax, 3-way,
It doesn't.
RF, RF box.
I'm only saying that because
It's
they're going to
got,
ask me tomorrow.
you know,
they're going to be
whatever,
like, hey.
right? It's got,
We're like,
Yeah.
Where am I?
no, it does not mean that.
Yeah. Whatever you want to put in this car, right? And you can put whatever notes.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever
Sure.
notes. Right?
Fantastic.
So you have 500 characters you can put into every preset for notes.
Okay.
Right. When I'm doing a lot of the competition tuning, I can put all kind of notes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, retune after this show because this guy said my vehicle sucked. Fix this, fix that. And then when you go back and you get a new score sheet, you can come back in and look at it and say, oh, this worked, that didn't work, blah, blah, blah.
This to me is one of the greatest questions. Thanks, Phil. I bought an M6 last year, but should I update the software to the new version? So my guess is he's happy. He's rocking it for a year. Is it worth doing this? Like if he's content or happy, do you do a software update?
Only if there are features that he wants that currently weren't there before.
Okay.
So if he wants to use like an M6, currently is not on the software, but when it becomes available, the M6, if he's coming high level in, then yes, it would be a benefit because he's going to go from 7 input bands to now 15 bands.
What if he's happy with the way it sounds?
If he's totally happy with the way it sounds, keep it pushing. Keep stay on 571.
Yeah.
And be good and don't change
Until
it.
you get the next car.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's never a hardcore reason. No one's putting a gun to your head to change
Correct.
it.
Right.
But everyone has, you know.
Right. If you were to
FOMO,
change your
right?
speakers tomorrow and do a whole new system, then yeah, you might as well.
Right.
If you're going to do a major update, then it makes sense to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Keep going. So next tab.
So presets, notes, then your folders, right? This tab here will open up your folders page on your laptop because this is probably what we talked about at the beginning of the show before we were on camera was most people don't know where their tunes go. So that folder button will open up where your tunes go on your computer. So the best thing that a lot of people can do is put a folder either in their documents or on their desktop and call it Helix DSP files. And once you save to that folder, every time you go to save again, that's where it will dump your tunes every time you go in and do a save. So now, instead of the save and load buttons like we had before, you have the double floppy disk here. This will save to the DSP and save to
your computer.
I'm sorry, this double one will save to your file.
Okay.
All right. Then if you save to the yellow one, that saves directly to the DSP. And the reason why, because it's in demo mode, is doing this.
Yeah.
But it will save directly to the DSP. Now, here's a feature that was in the older DSP software that a lot of guys didn't use, is now you have the ability to lock a tune.
A tune or the DSP?
A tune.
Okay.
Okay, so watch this. I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now it's green. Everything's good. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to press close. Do you want to save this? Yes. Right. And it's going to be called this. Save. When I go to open it, I may not do it because it's in demo mode. When I go to open it again,
it's going to
ask for the password. You can't even get into that slot unless you enter that password.
But they can go to any of the
They
other
can go
ones.
to any of the others and totally
Except
go in
for
and
the
do
one
that.
that you put
So
the
if you have
password.
an F-150, because you guys work on those like once a month, right? So if you go in and create an F-150 tune specifically for these speakers, this amp, everything else, you can lock it so that they can go to any other shop they want. They can plug into it. They cannot go in and mess up your tune whatsoever at all.
Yeah.
But that tune will always be there. The so that lock feature is pretty cool.
Felix has a good one.
Question, yeah.
Could you transfer a tune from DSP Tool 5 to DSP Tool 6?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
And I wanted you to answer that.
Yep.
I knew the
Yes, you
answer to
can. There's device controls for.
Make sure you save it.
Yes.
Before because it will not carry it over.
Yep.
You physically have to save it. And like when you update the software, if you're plugged into the DSP, it will ask you, do you want to save it? We just went through this off camera. So make sure you save it someplace where you can find it.
Yep. Make sure you know exactly where it goes. Your extension cards, when you plug those in for Bluetooth, you can pair from the software, reconnect or disconnect from it. Device monitor. This is really cool.
Yep.
Because let's say you install an amplifier someone and you want to see what the temperature is, what the voltage is, all those things. Let me bring this back up.
Yep.
right? This can keep track of a 10-second window, 60-second window, everything else like that. Now that customer calls on the phone, man, my amp keeps shutting down. I'm having these problems, blah blah blah. Info will tell you how many times it's gone over temperature, how many times it's gone into protection, over voltage, under voltage. You know exactly what's been happening in that amplifier.
Bum, bum, bum.
Right.
Better
So,
information,
so there's
for sure.
no more them going, oh, I wasn't playing it hard. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't doing that. All that information now is stored inside the DSP.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
And we can export that information and send it to Germany if there's all these problems or whatever else, but it gives us the ability to go in and collect all that information.
And of course, across the bottom here, it still has the time machine.
Time machine. Yep. So
features.
all that stuff, remote control is going to be your director, conductor, whatever
Oh, they
control
streamlined
unit,
this.
right? Wherever
This looks
that's going
nice.
to be. And then here's your remote tone controls. We talked about that. Once you enable that,
Yep.
that can be activated from that device.
So this is all new. This
they
is the new
those features
graphics.
were there. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
moved it to a different
Yeah,
place.
they were just impossible to use.
PC tool configuration. This is where you tell it you want to go by the ABCD or channel 1, whatever, or you want to change it to the configured name output. Front left high, front left mid, right? If you want to go by that versus the numbers. Your EQ mode, whether you want left and right to be the same, or if you want them to be relative, right? If you want to boost one channel and it does it relatively, so if you're up 3 dB on this channel and down 6 dB and you boost at 1, they're going to stay relative. If you do absolute, they're going to make them the same on both channels.
Oh, why do they give me an option for that?
Because some people like that,
Oh, they're
Right.
stupid.
right? Drag and touch now gives you the drag and touch marks, right? So you can come back to your outputs. That gives you these little guys here,
Yeah.
and you grab one and you just go, woo, woo,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Drag and touch.
I like the noise. That noise was good. Yeah.
All right. Time machine off and on, always enabled. It's automatically enabled now.
Yeah.
Because this saves you all the work in case your car dies, times out, your battery dies, your laptop dies, your USB comes unplugged, whatever. It's never going to lose until you physically kill this machine and close the program. It's going to save it. File recovery. This will automatically save your tunes to a specific spot. So there is no losing. It's going to pull up exactly where it went. Right?
Okay.
So that once you save a file,
Right.
it's going to know exactly where it went.
This was like in the beginning when we hit save.
Correct.
It opens where it's
Right.
at.
To
Oh.
check the installation version,
Jeez, it's almost like that's a Mac feature. It's called Spotlight.
Spotlight. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Auto sort. So if you go from one band to another band, it keeps them all in chronological order.
Yeah, that's important.
And your resolution of EQ and channel gain, 1/10 of a dB all the way up to 1 dB settings on that.
That's buckshot and slug.
Yeah. Audio input. This is where you would tell it what microphone you're going to use
Okay.
and where to load your calibration file for whatever microphone you're going to use as well. When you're doing the new AMI module,
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing electrical signals in,
Mhm.
it's going to do those on the left channel input.
Okay.
I'm sorry, on the right channel input. And then when you're doing tuning, it's going to use the microphone input for left input. So it gives you a manual on how to switch between the two
Sure.
so that you can switch back and forth and have whatever you need. And it depends upon what your microphone that you're using externally, whatever brand of mic you're going to use has all that information. And then, of course, there's your help tab to give you how
There you
to
go.
use real-time analyzer.
Help tab.
Right?
Yeah.
All your shortcuts, how to use automatic time correction, how to use ISA to manually DEQ your system, how to use AISA to automatically use the DEQ part, how to use the internal RTA, and how to use tune to target.
There you go. That's the most important thing, because if you were watching this and you were going, I'm not going to remember half of that. But that's why it's a
Help
video
tab.
and it makes it
Yeah.
easy. But the help tab is definitely one of the cool things.
That's cool.
I'm a big fan of help tabs.
And the key short tab, that's cool.
I will
you
never
know
remember
what it is.
keyboard shortcuts.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot, dude. Like,
Yeah,
there's,
yeah.
there's always a lot.
there's always a lot.
always a lot.
But that's okay, because
We can always do more.
we can always do more, and that's all the time we have. And that is the overview of the 6.0 software.
And the booklet I gave you guys, that's
Yes.
actually
Mhm.
on the website.
Oh, fantastic.
So you guys can actually go to the website
Yeah.
and look through go to the PC Tool tab and go under PC Tool 6 and everything that's in that booklet, other than like the last couple pages.
Yeah.
That's the discount codes. It's on the website.
Fantastic.
That's cool.
Well, guys, I hope your brain is just ready to just explode. We hope you enjoyed this. As always, it's always great to have our good friend Jeff Smith on the show and talk to us about this.
That's right.
Yes, in a couple months we'll get him back
And I
on.
have a pocket on my shirt. That's for everyone in the office because they know how much pockets make me happy.
Yeah, because I
No, they
never
don't.
I
seen
was going
that.
to say, it's a
before.
terrible shirt. I didn't want to say anything because I knew you were self-conscious of it because it's a terrible shirt. I mean, in the outline of it, it's just like, nerd. Could I get
Yeah,
proper
the pen.
protector for this?
I'm not a fan of shirts with pockets.
No,
but it's an inside joke at the
It's
office.
so bad.
Okay.
But anyways, we'll get Jeff on short in a couple months or whatever. Just kind of go back over it because we know that with the match coming, there's also going to be a couple other tweaks that'll happen. But a lot of you guys wanted to get in. What is 6, what is doing, and get playing with it. So if you have your DSP and you're like, I want to just screw everything up and start over,
And
make
they can
sure to
download
save.
and play with it.
Yes, well, as always,
And demo
download
mode.
and play with it. See
Yep.
what it'll do for you. Oh yeah, no, we had a great time
We
yesterday.
had a great
we didn't
time
even get a chance to
yesterday.
talk
Very
about
good.
our trip to the Sound Off yesterday.
Yeah,
That was
good.
fantastic. Met some
Dude,
really
there's so
cool
many
people.
new guys. That's
great.
It's awesome that there's so many new guys.
I actually listened to 3 vehicles yesterday.
Yeah.
And
There's-
I saw.
I think there was like 6 or 7 novices
5.
now, and they all hang out in the area, and they're all really cool with each other. It's
Yeah.
good to see new blood coming, even though
Mhm.
they're. I don't know if they're all our age. I don't know. They're not kids,
No,
right? So
Yeah.
no, it was
uh,
great.
Even the motorcycle guys. You saw the
the
motorcycle guys?
motorcycle guy came
They
in.
drove
Yeah.
from Gainesville.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we had a great time. Haley had a great time. It was hot as all get out, which
Yeah. And now
sucked.
it's raining.
I'm not even. I'm trying
Crazy.
to put that out of my head. I hate
It's rained
being
like
wet.
4 times a day.
I know it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
But anyways, there you guys go. Audio Tech Fisher is the place you can go. Listen, we didn't talk about our sponsors today, so we could get through this. But don't forget to head over to Audio Control, arcaudio.com. Moscone, Focal, Gladen. These are all guys that help us pay for the show and make it possible for you guys to do this. And of course, DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can find. Yeah, you got to meet Haley. Yeah, she had a great time.
Yeah, she did.
DNF Tool Drawer is a place you go and find all the cool tools that we use, such
Yeah.
as the IRTA2. That's what we got. That's
Yep.
all we got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and putting up with us. Jeff, anything you want to say before we go?
MSC-America.com is the North American website. If you guys want to find a dealer in your area, it's a lot more detailed to find. Go to the partner locator, because if you go to the Audio Tech Fisher website, it's the entire world. Whereas when you go to the MSC-America website, go to partner locator, and you can see whether they have demo cars or demo board, or they have the full user experience. Just like here where we're located now, we'll type in Clearwater, Florida,
There isn't barely anybody.
and you type that in, and bam, who's that? 5-star and OTS, right? So you have more of a chance of finding an authorized Audio Tech Fisher dealer in your area by using the MSC-America.com website.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You have a great rest of your week. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
See ya.